Hello, ladies and gentlemen, kids and pets. You are now tuned in to the Wrestling Podcast live from Fulton County Arena. We are 808s and Chest Shots. I am your host, Jeff, joined as always by your favorite faction in wrestling podcasting, the lovely Wakanda Rice, and my dog, Neek. Say what's up to the people, y'all. Neek getting his sensei on. All right, brother.
I love you, Solo.
Hey, listen, we're going to talk about him in a minute.
Yeah.
Dude is it. He is everything as televised. Shout out to my guy. He said, what he got, you can't coach. What he got, you cannot coach. I don't know how far he goes up in the card, but anywho's, yeah. We're going to get to him, though. All right. Right. You can follow the show, 808s and Chest Shots, on the Instagram and the Facebook. Also follow us on YouTube, 808s and Chest Shots. Like, subscribe, and enjoy the content. And you can check us out on the Twitter. We do not call it by a slave name X at 808s Chest Shots because they do have a character limit over on the Twitter or the names as well. And Threads. We still on Threads a little bit. We're trying to figure this whole social media thing out, just like everyone else. Blue skies, all the above, right? We everywhere some kind of way. I don't know how. Anywho's it's been a while, man. We haven't talked since before the Turkey Day festivities. How was you guys' holiday?
It was cool. Had a good time in Indiana.
Indiana? Right. It was cold up there. Yeah.
Man, it snowed like the next day after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah. Good times, though.
I keep saying I'm going up there for Royal Rumble. I'm not sure if I am, though.
If you can afford it, go.
Yeah. Because it's not that far.
On it.
It's not that far of a drive for me. It's like 4.5 from Nashville, 4.5, 5. That ain't bad.
It's not bad.
Think I might go to Rome. Keep y'all posted on that.
If you do go,
I might go to Rome.
Yeah, cut through Louisville, so make sure you avoid them tolls there, brother.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Like, what? I'm sorry, this ain't got nothing to do with wrestling. When they start doing that in Louisville?
They did that for like last 2-3 years.
Okay, I haven't been to Louisville in at least 3 years, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they called me one time. I said never again, and I drive right around it every time.
It just takes you longer if you don't drive the toll, right? That's what that's how it is in Texas. Yeah,
now that's Texas. That's different.
Yeah, in Florida too. I know in Orlando, right outside of Miami, I believe they have toll, right, Andrew?
Yep.
Well, not in yeah.
Yep. We have Sun Pass, which they get your plate number and then they just bill you later. And then I went to Orlando a couple months ago, and I don't know which toll this was, but it was cash only. And thank God I had cash.
They should do those.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you for having cash, because I'll be screwed.
Yeah, no, and then there's one along the way to Miami. I want to say it's if you go through Alligator Alley. Don't quote me on that, because I haven't been in a while. But there's another one from Tampa that's on the way from Tampa to Miami where you have to pay a cash toll. I try to avoid that one, too.
Yeah, they definitely got me. I get home and check the mail, and there's me in the picture driving through the toll when they sending me the bill for it. Like, hey, all right, well, I guess can't deny that. In the rental too, though. In the rental, which was crazy. So shout out to that. All right, I know y'all didn't hear to talk about us complaining about tolls. Y'all tuning in to watch and listen to us talk about all the happenings in the professional wrestling. Neek, did you tell us about your Thanksgiving? You had a good time before we go? Hey, good, Neek. Yeah, good.
I said I was in India. I was good.
Yeah, Andrew, and you was good. Hey, good.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everything was good.
Okay. Yeah, man, it was cool. Mine was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, good
it's
time.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I was like, I had, a little emotional morning, but, everything was cool, though.
Respectfully. Yeah, I gotta understand that. Hold on. Before we get into the wrestling, it's time to cause a little chaos.
Okay.
So, did y'all have Thanksgiving dinner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did. Okay, cool. What was we gonna pass on this food at Thanksgiving dinner?
What would I pass on?
What was the pass on food?
Like, when the spread was out, what did you look at and say, nah, I'm cool?
Yeah.
Ooh. it was this corn. It was some corn that I was like, nah, I'm straight. But to be fair, on the leftovers, I got a little slither of that corn on the leftovers. It was solid. I'm just not a corn guy. And I looked at it, had like a lot going on in the corn. Like it had like it was like I don't know if it was like a corn. It wasn't a casserole, but it was just like corn, like a spicy type corn type situation going on. And I said, nah, I'm cool. Then I caught it on the leftovers. Like, yeah, I missed out. I should have dove in with that.
Andrea?
To think like there was nothing that I really passed on. At least not this year. I don't know. Typically, I pass on like pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
That's
reasonable.
Yeah, but
okay.
No,
okay.
we was good this year.
All right, mine was I came back home. Homies, shout out to the homie. I know you're gonna be mad when I say this. I got to put it out there. The homies made me a plate from his mom to burn.
Mm-hmm.
But someone in the family made some of the lumpiest, most terrible looking mashed potatoes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it threw off the whole turkey gravy vibe. It was a tad bit too salty. No. Sorry. That was my bad. Whoever made them potatoes, don't make them do it again. Don't know who. It was probably your auntie. But okay.
All right. Okay. So
the fact that you
he did
that
have whole segment
at your friend's house.
Yeah. He set that whole segment up just to do
rumble.
That. Just to
we
do
can
that.
rumble. We can rumble if we want to. I ain't rumbled all week.
Okay, brother. All right. Look, I don't speak for Andrea a lot, but I think we both come in peace. Like it ain't us. Like you good. Like you good, brother. You gotta, tone it down a bit.
Everything on my plate was straight. So my
Indiana plate was straight. It's just my come home plate was.
Man,
the bacon wrapped turkey was delicious.
Well, that sounds good.
Bacon wrapped turkey. Never had that.
Bacon wrapped turkey.
Bacon wrapped turkey. That took some time.
Yeah.
They said it was 13 hours.
Let's get to it. All right. Let's start with the new day.
New day? Oh, okay. Just jump straight into it.
Yeah, just get to it. We can
Swerve of the year.
We'll get to the rest of it
tonight.
Nah. That was all right, I'll say it. That caught me off guard. I was wrong. I did not see that one coming. I love the fact as long as I've been watching wrestling, that still happens to me. And that happened to me with that particular incident. Shout out to Kofi, shout out to Xavier. What do you guys think? But that caught me off guard. Can't lie.
I didn't know how to feel. Because for months we could tell something was coming.
Right.
Hindsight is 20/20. Because I'll say this: if Odyssey Jones had not gotten himself disappeared, this would have made a little bit more sense. But no, last night I thought it was gonna be. I thought Kofi and Woods was gonna come to blows, but no, they told him F your broke neck, nigga.
Yeah, like
get in the ring.
Cumulative, like in unison, like it was all of the above. Like my God, man. Like I'm thinking to myself, man got a broke neck, y'all. Like that's your brother. What are we doing, man?
Edge came back.
Kurt Angle came back.
Kurt Angle came back.
Stone Cold came back.
Lita came back.
Lita came like, damn.
They got some points there, buddy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But it took Edge 9 years.
True.
Actually, the first time it took Edge 1 year, and then it took him 9 years. Because remember, he had multiple neck injuries.
That's true.
Yeah, so it took Edge a cumulative 10 years to get himself together. Tommaso Ciampa even chimed in and said, "Oh, I came back."
See, we just can't do
it. This is not about you.
We just can't do him like any kind of way. That's still that's still Big E, man. We just can't do Big
Yeah.
E any kind of way, man. We can't let that ride. You can't let that
No,
ride.
we can't.
Yo,
Hell,
then the funniest part about this is, his girl reacted to it too.
Yes,
okay.
she did. She did.
I missed
And
that.
I
I
was
missed that.
rolling.
What
Get
she
on
say?
She
with it.
said she was planning a dinner with Kofi's vegan picky ass and Xavier Woods,
I'm trying
this
to find.
childish
Yeah,
food having ass, and this what you do. And she had a picture of her with the middle finger. I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
true love.
True love right there.
That's true love right
That's
there.
that's tough,
But
man. Right there.
overall, man, it was a big swerve. And I'm, like you said, I'm using that shot, but I was shocked.
It doesn't happen a lot in in professional wrestling these days, man. So I thought that was pretty cool to see an incident where we were legitimately caught off guard. We all I think the consensus was Xavier turns on Kofi, Xavier goes heel. But you know what?
They both did.
Even with with the surprise that this happened, I think it was the better.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it from a standpoint of we need some heel tag team. We need some tag teams. Period. And definitely could use a heel tag team. And and if we get heel New Day versus I'm just spitballing here versus face Usos, we back at it. We back at gold at that point. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think it adds more time onto Xavier and Kofi's career, and that that New Day Hall of Fame induction is gonna be one for the books when that happens in 10 years. So
Man.
yeah.
Also, can we talk about something that's been traveling on Twitter as well?
Okay.
What's up?
Apparently, it's something called the Karrion Kross effect.
Okay.
Apparently, every time somebody goes against Karrion Kross, they end up turning heel right after.
Okay. Who were the victims?
Okay, so Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Carmelo Hayes, Miz, and now the New Day.
Damn. Okay.
So the Karrion Kross effect is now in effect, everybody.
Allegedly.
He brings out the dark side in people.
Can we talk about Shinsuke in a moment? Can we remember to talk about Shinsuke in a moment?
Oh, of course. We ain't even touched Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this because I seen that too.
Okay. Shout out to the New Day. I love where you're going. Shout out to WWE maximizing this end of year start of 2025 run they're about to go on, because you got 2 Saturday night main events coming up. That brings out the little kid in me, because I remember the Mega Flowers exploding on Saturday Night main event as a child, trying to figure out why the hell Macho Man and Hogan are beefing over Elizabeth on NBC when I'm supposed to be asleep. But you know what I'm saying? Or trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened for me as a kid, and I'm happy to see this. And they're making this a thing. So the Saturday night main events, you start Mania season, you got the Rumble coming up. They have a full slate, and usually in the slow period of the business, they're ramping up right now. So I think it's cool. Yeah. So ready to move on to Survivor Series?
I have something to say about this Karrion Kross reach.
Oh shit, let's do it.
I feel it is a reach.
Let's do it. Fight it out.
Oh, we're not finna fight. I feel like it's a reach. Because first of all, when was this supposed to start, and how exactly is this long-term storytelling? Because at this point, to me, it all seems purely coincidental. Like, this is stuff that was being planned before Karrion Kross even came back into the company.
Okay.
Even before Vince, number one. And then number two, if he got all this motion to make people turn heel, why he can't make no shit shake for his little clique? Where's AOP?
AOP.
When the last time Karrion won a match or did something interesting?
I mean, he's been doing good promos. That's about it on the interweb.
That's all he's ever been.
A good
That's
promo.
it.
He has always ever been show. in WWE. I know he's had like a career previously elsewhere, but before it was the smoke and the entrance and Scarlet and all, and now it's like he's a good talker.
Yeah.
Yes. But like what is like a lot of this stuff, like I said, the bloodline was imploding on itself. The original bloodline was imploding on itself before Karrion Kross even popped up.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, I can't really remember that timeline, so I'm not going to speak on it. Rey Mysterio and Dom was bound to happen regardless. He didn't take anything from Rey Mysterio. Typically, with AJ Styles, when people are gone for long breaks, they typically come back like a little rejuvenated. So you can't sell me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Prophet is nothing without his disciples. Words Cross spoke 6 months before the Final Testament debut. Like I just said, what are his disciples doing?
Ooh, boy. That.
As of right, unless Triple H decides, because I feel like this tweet is doing more than the writers at WWE are. Because right now, I feel like it's a reach. If they could tie this all together, if they could really make Karrion Kross come across as what this tweet is making it seem, then I feel like they would have money. But right now, I feel like it's a reach, and I feel like this person, whoever tweeted this, slapper WWE, I feel like they're doing the heavy lifting. Their imagination is doing the heavy lifting.
Real quick, before we move on, Andrea, did you know while we were on, before, in our gap in between recording, did you know the Miami Hurricanes got their ass kicked again and threw their whole season away? And they're also going to be at home watching the playoffs just like Florida State. Okay, cool. We can move on to Survivor.
I might have read it somewhere. I can't remember.
I just thought about that. All right, let's move on to Survivor Series. We don't have to talk about every match, but hell, they only had 5 matches, so we can't.
Let's knock them all out.
Let's start with the women's match. I'll say it, and I mean this with the utmost respect. Okay. That was the worst match of the night. The women's War Games match was the worst match of the night. Had some great spots.
Okay.
A little clunky. It's one of those. Here's the best way to put it. It was a great idea. I understood what they were trying to do. The execution at times was very bad. Very, very, very bad.
I can agree.
That's just my personal opinion.
I could agree with that.
Too much star power for that match to be that, for lack of a better phrase, lackluster. Like, it was too much star power for it to be that lackluster to me.
Yeah. It was I feel like it was, and once again, not saying this negatively in a sense, but it was very spot heavy. My gripe as of just coming into this recording, my biggest gripe was the Io Sky Tiffany Stratton spot. I feel like having them both do it at the same time took away from each person's moment. Like, we all look forward to Io Sky. What is she going to do? Like, she's always the MVP of the Women's War Games match.
Right.
However, having her jump off in the trash can while also having Tiffany Stratton hit that swanton bomb with perfect form, mind you.
Perfect form. Yeah.
Like, the length of time it took to set up, how it was set up, and then having them both do it at the same time, I feel like that could have been executed different.
Not mad at that.
Right. Yeah, that was my biggest gripe with it. I just feel like some of the spots could have been done different.
I got you. I agree. What you got, Nick?
Yeah, them spots were kind of weird. Like, I don't know if it was just some of them were kind of off for me. I agree with y'all on that. EO, trash can, that was great. But that swanton was nice. Up the top of the cage, too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was nice. I like that one. I think the crowd was very cool with it. I think the match had a problem. I think it was a lot of things going on. It was on and off for me with that match. So I agree
The
with y'all on that.
pacing felt weird.
Yeah, that too. It was just on and off, and I don't know. This didn't work out as much as I thought it would. Because the last couple of women's war games match has been great. I think this was not up to par with the other one.
And it may be because I'm just old school wrestling fan. I did not like the fact that the good guys were the ones that every face or good guy came to the ring, and they're the ones that grabbed the weapons. That didn't make sense to me, and that sounds like nitpicking, but you know, taking forever to find your weapon, and you can't find your weapon, and you get in the ring, it's like I don't know about that, but again, even though I say it was to me it was my least favorite match of the night, that doesn't mean it wasn't the worst. To me, it wasn't a bad match. Like it was just compared to everything else. I'm glad it started. I'm glad that match started the event. I'll say that. What was next? What was the next match?
Best match?
Oh, the next match. I'm sorry.
Oh, the next match. I was finna say, I don't know about that.
Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight.
Yes.
Let's talk about Shinsuke.
Yes.
Did anybody peep? I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to watch SmackDown. Did y'all peep that Shinsuke had 2 new themes this week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I knew I wasn't tripping because SmackDown's theme was a little different, and then the Survivor Series theme was all the way left. I was like, oh, okay. They this is Undertaker Nakamura. Like this.
Yeah.
This is a little different. Nick, what you think about this match with Shinsuke and LA Knight?
Nah.
Okay. All right.
But Shinsuke won, but yeah. If I would give it a grade, it'd be like a C.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that because that was also the shortest match of the night, coming in at 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's the reason why probably for me, because everybody else probably got over 15 minutes, probably.
Yeah, pretty close. The next shortest was Braun Breaker versus Shaman versus Ludwig Kaiser, and that one was 14:25.
Okay, so
That's
it being so short didn't make any sense to me either.
Yeah, for me, I was not a huge fan of the match. I wasn't expecting Shinsuke to win, especially considering the way that Carmelo Hayes and what's his name, Andrade, the way they had been going back and forth for months. They end their series, and then here comes Shinsuke, and he wins off rip. Like, I'm glad he won, because hopefully this means we can finally get Shinsuke at his fullest potential right now at this stage in his career. Hopefully this is going to go somewhere good, but at the same time, I'm a little bit confused as to why they had LA Knight lose it the way he did this weekend. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the actual match, but congrats to Shinsuke. I'm excited to see where this character's going to go. I like the vibes.
LA Knight's in a now I shouldn't say tough, but in to me, like a weird predicament. Like, now mind you, I don't get paid to figure this out, but where does he go from here? Like with him, like he's obviously a crowd favorite. He should be a legitimate mainstay on the card, but it's like, where do you put LA Knight going into 2025 after losing his championship?
Potential Rumble winner, maybe?
That too. Probably nice betting paper for it.
No, it's too. You can't let LA Knight win that Rumble when it's Cena's last Rumble. Punk's going to be in that Rumble. I mean, I should say you can't. It would be a nice word, but it's just
or Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if, like you said, he's in a position right now where, like you said, he's gonna be a mainstay on the card. I think right now he's in a position right now where it's like we need to miss him for a little bit, kind of like striking while the iron is hot, sort of. Like right now, leave while you're ahead. That's what I mean. So I think he might be taking a break until one of them comes up. He might want his championship back. He might not. He may decide to go for the big one. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I do think he absolutely is main event potential. Which title picture he'll go for, I don't know. but who knows? He might even feud with John Cena. We don't know. Like, seeing those two in a promo battle back and forth, that would be lovely.
Yeah.
Like, it could go so many different ways.
Yeah, the
only way to go is up.
He's one of those guys that I feel like as we approach Mania season, that is his spot is going to be a little uneven right now, depending on injury. What was the next match?
Triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker defeats Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser by pinfall to retain. How y'all feel?
Braun is that guy, and Ludwig Kaiser is better than I ever thought he would be by himself. Like Imperium, I love the whole aesthetic of Imperium. I think that gimmick is dope to me. But Ludwig was he can go. Like he can go. And I ain't mad at that. Yeah. What you got, Nick?
Yeah, like Ludwig did a good job. I think Sheamus came back, did a good job as well. And you just let Braun Breaker just run over people for no reason. Solid match. I like that one better than the last one.
Yeah. Same. I don't really have much to add on that.
Shout out to Braun. Like he got it. They got one with him. I don't know if he's ready to go up higher than where he is right now just yet. But
let him be a maniac with the IC title for a little bit.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I like that because he got it. He's dope. I was looking at the card. Yeah, he's dope.
How would y'all feel if he won the Rumble?
Braun?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think he.
I would. It's not his time yet. There's other. Well, you know what? Let me not say that. I don't think Braun is a Rumble winner in 2025. Maybe Money in the Bank if he loses his title before then, but not the Rumble. Because like Jeff was saying, like you got John Cena, LA Knight, CM Punk, you got all the solo Roman bloodline, all these people. You got all these other moving parts. You don't know what the main event scene is going to really be like. And right now he's a champion. I feel like Money in the Bank SummerSlam time, if he's going to do something to that extent, it'll be a little bit later. So I don't think he's ready to be a Rumble winner.
I like
Royal Rumble winner, not yet.
I like that. I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that. I think, and this is sort of a hangover from last year. Those storylines from 2023 going into 24 was so huge. The bloodlines, the Punks and the Seths and all those things, they take up all the air out of the room. Fortunately, because those storylines are so good, you don't want to waste the ascension of a Braun Breaker on that while that is still happening. Yes. I think eventually we got to put a bow. As much as I don't want it to happen, eventually we have to put a bow on the blood. We just do. I think we're closer to that end than we want to admit. After this weekend, so I think going into 25 and 26, we should see some of our younger, this next generation coming up get their push that they deserve. But right now, this Mania season right here is going to be a rehashing of last year. If some of the stuff from last year. So yeah, shout out to Braun, but not this year though.
We could talk about that later, but let's put a pin in that and come back to it. Yeah.
Next match.
Gunther defeated
Damian Priest.
Yes, Gunther defeats Damian Priest by technical submission.
I like this.
Passed him out.
I like this. Whatever the hell is left of Judgment Day, it still seems to haunt old Damian Priest, and I'm not mad at it. This match was better than I thought it would be as well. Gunther, I should say. He's showing a different element of his character, and I like that. Like him being like almost, he and LA Knight both being like almost uncertain with themselves, trying to figure it out. And LA Knight being like over assertive, and then Gunther being like almost like timid in certain parts, or just showing like different emotions with his face. It was good stuff. So I think this was a really dope match. Both of those guys are. I think this is the best Damian Priest we're going to see, and Gunther is just Gunther. Like he got it. We know that. What you got, Nick?
I like the match. I really do. You know, big man match. You know, close to my heart. You know, big meaty man slapping me match. Kind of lighter, but you know,
Best times of match.
but they're the best kind of matches, especially with Gunther, how physical he can be.
Yeah.
Very solid match. Having Finn Balor come out of nowhere was, you know, a choice. I thought it would be JD probably, maybe with Dom. You know, if JD came out there, it'd be kind of weird. But also the background of the match, you know, after the match, you had them fighting in the parking lot. I don't know what parking lot that was. I hope it was the NXT parking lot. But
stay out of that parking lot.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. I like how that match went. Also, fellas and gents, ladies and gentlemen, stay out of the NXT parking lot.
Please.
Yes.
Please. It's not safe.
At all. So I got some thoughts about that. I got some thoughts about Gunther, first of all. Jeff, you mentioned he was like coming off as timid and showing like other parts of his character. I think that goes into the long-term storytelling that we all love so much. Yeah. Because that shows that his two pay-per-view losses, I believe, were against Cody at Crown Jewel and Sami Zayn at, I believe that was WrestleMania when he lost the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so in both of those, he went into them being overly cocky. So we saw with Sami Zayn, like doing too much, trying to show off is what cost him the title. Yeah. And then I think with Cody, he underestimated his opponent in a sense. Yeah. So this shows like he's learning from his past mistakes. So I think it's a show, don't tell type of thing. You aren't hearing him say this in his promos. Like you're actually seeing it in the ring and you can make the connection, which that is something that I like. Thank you to the writers and thank you to Gunther. My apologies. Thank y'all for knowing that we are intelligent wrestling fans. You don't have to spell everything out. Like we will get it. Just do what you need to do. I've said this almost every episode for the last couple months. I'm tired of Judgment Day. I feel like let me not say that. I hope they are not trying to stretch this out till WrestleMania. My Lord. Damian Priest and Finn Balor cannot. It's going to be 4 more months? This is not going to last 4 more months. It can't. It doesn't have the sting to. Same with Rhea and Liv. Wrap it up in the next month or two. Let them all go their own way. Please.
Elimination Chamber.
Saturday night's main event. Get it over.
Yes.
That too. Let's get 2 hours to fill. Let's just do it right there and get it over with.
And then I know we're still on Survivor Series, but as far as the whole Judgment Day thing goes, Monday night, the following day or so later, it was Dom versus Gunther. Dom got cheered in that match versus Gunther. Y'all didn't see?
I
missed that
I
match.
watched the New Day segment, and I have to go. I have to finish Raw for this week.
Yeah, the crowd at some points during the match, like the crowd got behind Dom.
That's not good. Because at one point, Dom couldn't even attempt to even grab a microphone, and
he wasn't on the mic. Like
booed. But I'm just saying, like he would get booed just to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he got booed during his entrance, but like the fact that like Gunther was trying to like lil bruh him and like he actually like showed he could fight.
Yeah,
showed he had that dog in him. Like people got behind that. And so part of the Judgment Day imploding, this is just my educated guess, I think the fact that Dom can actually stand on his own, I think that's going to be part of it. I think, what's his name? I think Finn Balor and the overgrown 6th grader, I think they're going to feel a way about that. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like a middle schooler that takes PE too seriously.
You do got that big ass middle schooler head.
Yes. It's like his head grew, but his body ain't catch up yet.
Oh my goodness. You know the part that sucks about that though, if we're being honest, is Finn, when this whole Judgment Day is finally over, right? Damian Priest is going to go on and do his thing. Dom's going to have, Finn's the odd man out. He's the person that is going to have to go back and figure out what he's going to actually do with his career. To me, anyway, because he doesn't have a spot anymore. Mm-hmm.
There's stuff he could be doing. It's just all in how they decide to book him. Like I said, this is why they need to go their own way. Like this whole Finn versus Damian Priest thing, it needs to end. Because, like, I get it. If they were rivals trying to fight for the championship, then I would maybe feel differently. But right now, they're just fighting each other over something that, in my humble opinion, should have ended at that last match they had. But yeah, like, let it be. Like, he needs to get into somebody's title picture that's not the tag team title.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
What was the next match? War Games?
That'd be the last
Yes.
men's bloodline.
What a time.
Bloodline war.
What a time. What a time. You know, what's that boy name? The first Tomatonga?
Yeah.
The first, was he the first guy in the ring?
Yes.
Him crawling the what are we doing? That was so funny, but that's so him though.
But he's been doing that for years though.
I know, that was crazy, man. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I know what I want to talk about. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you guys handle it. So what do you all think about the War Games?
It did not end how I thought it would.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely thought that the new bloodline, the blood cells, I thought they were gonna win. But I like being surprised. I like being wrong. Like that's why I watch wrestling, because it's entertaining. Like if you could guess everything, then it's not that fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised by the ending. I continue to, and I'm going to keep continuing to, underestimate CM Punk. I always tend to think the worst of him, because I definitely thought the betrayal was coming in the match. But it's probably going to come later, because we know how he is. But no, like, I don't like saying this either.
Mm-hmm.
But I think between CM Punk and maybe Jey Uso, CM Punk, Jey Uso, it was that Jimmy. Jimmy was the one who hit that whisper in the wind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
it
Jimmy.
surprised his damn self.
Yeah, so my top 3 picks for MVPs of the match were probably CM Punk, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu, I would say. But yeah, no, that was a very, very good match with some very interesting spots, some real interesting decisions being made. I'm glad it went down the way it did. And then we got some more long-term storytelling from that match on Monday. Sammy and Seth are feuding, Drew is back.
See, and that goes back to my LA Knight point, because all of that right there is big time. All of that is big time.
Yep.
Like all of that is big time. So, all right, Nick, what you got? I'm gonna sit this out for a bit. Yeah.
All right. So basically, you were right about Bronson Reed about to jump off something.
Yep. Jump off something. Knew that.
Yeah, and then we find out he gets hurt. Yeah.
A man that size should not be jumping off shit 10, 15 feet in the air. Like that's tough.
That's wrestling.
That's true.
You're jumping off something. You're jumping.
It's true.
Once you get the reputation of being the jumper off something, you're jumping off something every match you're in.
Yeah. No,
unless you're Shane.
Yeah, Shane is jump off guy. You right about that?
Unless you're Shane, because Shane now he has to stop at this point.
Not true. He's like 60. Yeah, he can't be jumping off shit. Well, Feasley's 50 something.
Is he?
Shane is. I think Shane is 50 in his late 40s, early 50s. I believe.
Late 40s, almost 50.
He is 54.
Yeah.
He will be 55 next month.
Because Vince is 80. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. All right, so since we're talking about that whisper in the wind, I was sitting there laughing at when his facial expression of that Jimmy. I was sitting like, is Jimmy shot? He did that?
Mm-hmm.
Rewound the tape, and I was like, he's literally shot. But it was a very suspenseful match. I was very shocked the match. I was very much impressed with it. I would say this, Jacob Fatu, that young man who I've been telling y'all about beforehand, it was me.
It was you.
Is there. He's there. Now, I'm just sitting there. When he first came into the ring, my homeboy was like, yo, who is that? I'm like, that's Jacob Fatu. You say, he thought that was, I'm not going to lie to you, he thought that was a Samoan Marshawn Lynch. I died laughing for 30 minutes and got back to watching the match. But he did a great. I mean, everybody did their part. Everybody did a great job. The ending, I wasn't expecting that, and yeah, solid War Games match. And for the first time, the War Games match was better than the women's match to me.
When Punk, was it the go to sleep he hit Jacob with, or no? I forgot what it
The
was.
Bulldog. The Bulldog
Yeah.
chair.
on top
It
of
was
the on top of the toolbox, wasn't it?
yes.
Yeah, toolbox. Yeah, toolbox.
Yeah.
When he hit Jacob with that, and he got up and said, "You know who the fuck I am?" I said, "Oh yeah, nah, yep. All right, I'm here now. I'm here. I'm with it. No. You got it, bro. You got it. Yeah. We here for this. We here for all of this. And y'all know Punk's my guy. But if that's what we doing, I'm here for all of it. Like, yeah,
Sign
dude,
yourself up.
Yeah, dude, different. Yeah,
Buy that shirt. Go ahead and buy the merch. We here now.
He different, man. That was probably one of my favorite moments of the night. Top 3. But to the match was, I enjoyed the War Games match. I enjoyed the chemistry between old Roman and CM Punk. Roman not trusting Punk. The wise man, saying this is War Games. Da, 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 da. And yeah, man, that was good stuff. Good stuff. Now, hate the fact that we had some injuries. We talked about that, but the match was solid. Solo Sikoa is wearing that leader of the heel faction hat very well. I'm proud of him. He's grown into that. Good for him. I'm a little worried where Tonga Loa and the other gentleman, I'm sorry, I forget his name.
Tonga Loa.
And what's the other guy?
It's Tamatonga.
Tamatonga
and Tonga Loa. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I'm not sure what they do after this is over, if we're being honest. Like, they are probably the 2 weakest links in this storyline. But I've been wrong before. But Jacob,
he's the one.
He can write a check. Keep his head on straight. Keep his nose clean. Keep his head on straight. Write a blank check, because he the one. That's it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
What was you finna say?
I was gonna say, you mentioned Monday night. I was gonna say what happened on Monday night to long-term storytelling.
Yes.
With Punk and Seth and Sammy and
CM Punk came out. I believe he started.
He started the show.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you what he said because I wasn't listening. And then Seth Rollins came out. They had their back and forth. Like, Seth is still obsessed. He still wants to fight CM Punk.
Yep.
Seth feels like Sammy betrayed him by teaming up with Roman and CM Punk. But Sammy had to kindly remind him that, hey, I asked you first and you said no.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, they bring up the whole, like, I can't believe you would team with Roman after what he did to you. And then Sammy's like, you hit him in the back with the chair and you created this monster. And then Seth was like, you did the same thing, and which he did. But yeah, like, they started going back and forth. They made the match for the main event. Sammy and Seth, they were, like I said, in the main event. I can't remember who won right now off the top of my head. But yeah, at the end of the match, Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere. Claymore kicked Sami Zayn and fade to black.
What a roster.
Yes.
They have it all, man. Like, yeah. Jesus. Because you can forget about Drew McIntyre until he shows up. You're like, damn, I think they got Drew.
When he come back, he always come back with a vengeance.
Yep.
Ooh, player hater Drew versus Sammy will be good.
Yep. You got that.
And then after that, it'd be Sammy versus Crash Out Kevin.
Fight forever.
Yeah.
Fight forever. It's about time for another Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud.
Oh yeah, it's time.
Fight forever. Yeah, it's all good. That puts a ball on Survivor Series. Great, like I said, above average show. No complaints at all. About any of the matches. I like they keeping it short and concise with the match, the card. Now they're giving people time on the matches, so that's also dope.
Mm-hmm.
The next pay-per-view is the Rumble, right? Yeah.
Technically, it's Deadline, NXT,
Okay.
and then Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
And then I believe it's the Rumble in January.
Yeah, because once Saturday night main event happens, it's holidays after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them get a little rest in and come back.
I have a loophole question for you all since we're here, and we are in the holiday season, and next time we'll be recording will be a little closer to the holiday. So yeah, what is one goal you have for 2025? It could be personal, it could be business, it could be anything. What's one goal you have for 2025?
For me, is move and find a new job.
New job.
Only two things.
New job and move. My dog, we gotta get you a job. We gotta get you a hybrid, work from home,
away from people job.
Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Away from people.
Yeah. Log in about 8, leave about 4:35.
Nah, not 4:30, probably 2. Yeah, 2.
Leave out, that's fine. Yeah. We gotta get you something like that though.
Yeah.
Andrew, what you got?
I mentioned this to y'all before we started recording last time, but I've gone to a home buyer's workshop.
Yep.
I am in the process of getting the ball rolling on that. Kind of in limbo with how I feel about it, because as much as I love living in Tampa, I mean, I'm from here, been here my whole life, like it's home. I don't know if I want to buy a house here. I don't know if I want to put down roots here. Like the city has gotten, I'm used to how Tampa used to be. I don't know if I like what it's becoming, but my thing is just like, if I leave, where I'm gonna go? And then to the job that I have, like I'm not trying to brag, but I am blessed. I got a hybrid. I go to the office 2 days a week, and then I'm home for 3 days a week.
Dope.
And I do not do customer service. The only people I deal with are my manager and my direct coworkers. If somebody needs something, they email me, and I email them back at my earliest convenience.
I like it.
But
I like it.
no, but like that's the thing. Like that is that's one of the caveats. Like I have to be able, wherever I go, I have to be able to make it into the office. Like there is no, you just remote all the time. But yeah, I don't know. Like my goal is to figure out where I want to put down roots. And then I also, a more like lighthearted, less heavy goal. I need to start back making stuff. Need to get in touch with my inner maker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make like stuff. What kind of stuff?
Like, do I want to? You could kind of see it behind me when I'm.
So,
But that MF Doom mask that you see, I didn't make the whole thing. I didn't make the actual shape of the mask. But hold on. I'm finna get up for a second.
cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, I made this earlier this year. I made a hat for my sister earlier this year as well. My goal really is to just be more consistent doing stuff like this, because it helps me be patient. It helps me to get ideas out. Helps me to clear my mind. It's like a form of therapy almost. So
it does.
I need to get in touch with my inner artist.
I like it.
Dope.
Oh,
I like it.
What's one for me?
What about you, Jeffrey?
I more accountable to myself. I get into this thing where like I do a lot. I do a lot. And I'll do a lot, not necessarily like coasting. I'm used to doing a lot, but my performance may suffer in a lot of things. So my goal in 2025 to be more intentional with my time. Be a better steward of my time as far as with making sure that this show is a priority in the way it needs to be. And, because you all are dope. Like we have a great cast. We have a great, not cast, we have a great faction as we call it. But you know what I'm saying? It's time to push it further and making sure I'm doing my part in doing that. This stuff across the board, man. Like I tell people all the time when they ask me about my advice about stuff, I tell them like this time of year is the most is filled with the most, people have the most vigor leading into the new year because they feel like they can accomplish anything. The hardest part is maintaining it, you know? So that's the thing. It's just going in and being intentional with my time and being just steward of my time. That's going to be my main goal for the 2025. I think everything else will work itself out. Before we get out of here, you got anything else to say to the people?
Oh, me first?
Yeah, you got to get you out the way because you got some wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's so rude and so judgmental of you, sir. Oh my God.
We're doing this for a while, bro. I know how this goes.
So rude. Oh my God. Truly. All right. 17. What's important about the number 17, you ask? Well, no. It's where Florida State is on the ACC rankings. Good day, everyone. Andrea?
He got me with that one. Can't say that. He got me with that one.
What do I want to say to the people? If you can't keep a promise to nobody else, first of all, don't make promises you can't keep. But any promise you make to yourself, you lay that you might lay in bed with your wife, your husband, whoever, your dog, whoever. You might lay down in a bed with them, but like the only person who really lives with you 24/7 is you. So like you were saying, Jeff, be accountable to yourself. Keep your promises to yourself. Like, use that to build yourself up.
Yes, Lord.
Nobody else got you like you got you.
And those things sound cliche, but they're true. They're 1,000% true. That's it. Yeah, man, it's a good show. Make sure you made it this far. Make sure you like, subscribe, send us a comment, man. Send the show to somebody else that love wrestling, man. We growing, like I said, we grow the community every show. Growing the listeners, growing our supporters, and we love y'all for doing that. So leave us comments, like us, give us some thumbs up on YouTube. It don't cost you anything to give that thumbs up on YouTube. Don't cost you anything to subscribe, man. But appreciate y'all for listening, and we are out.
I love you so low.